And welcome back to North of the Broad. Robb Wells has joined us once again. He's the president and CEO of the Greater Beaufort-Port Royal Convention and Visitors Bureau. And we haven't talked in a while, so it's good to see you again.
Good to see you as well. It's
in your Easter
spring
your
attire.
Pink and
Yeah,
your blue, you look really sharp.
I appreciate that. Good representation of
the
season that we're in and kind of the output that we're looking at right now.
Right. So the season we're in is the travel season.
Yeah.
And so tell our viewers what's been happening, and we're out of COVID. We're in this renewal phase.
That's
so
right.
What have you guys been up to?
So the spring is always considered one of our peak seasons here in Beaufort-Port Royal and the Sea Islands in general. And we had a as strong of a year as ever in 2021. So there's always this. What does 2022 host, and how is the start of spring hemp? And it's been very consistent. In some weeks it's stronger than others, and in others it lags behind, but it's consistent. And right now that's important because stabilization of travel is vital to this destination. One that doesn't benefit from a large volume of travelers. It's not who we are. Right. So we want to be consistent and stable, and that way we can meet those expectations that visitors have. So.
And you were saying earlier that visitors today, because of basically the 2 years of COVID, have different expectations. Higher expectations, Robb, than they did before when they go to a destination either for fun or for work?
It could be. It could be. The expectations for our part of the world is to have access to open space and water. You go to the coast and you want to be able to get to the beach, and you want to be able to be in and on the water, and that's important. Where we see it now is that we need to meet those expectations where they're at, and so the experience has to continue to go forward. And for the most part, our partners and our stakeholders in this industry have met those expectations routinely.
And so the visitors predominantly come the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the
That's correct.
weekends, but you're looking at the Mondays and the Tuesdays and the Wednesdays, and really how visitors come here and kind of the why.
Right. Well, yes. And so we are focused in our strategic output is to focus on those earlier days. And we do that through small meetings and little conferences and, those reunions that can take place during the week. What that does is it softens the full week. It doesn't put everybody in one little tiny space, and it spreads it out over a certain period of time, and it's more palatable both for our businesses that participate and the visitors and locals alike.
So you mentioned like small meetings or small conference.
Yeah.
So do we have the venue? Do we have the spaces around here to be able to do that?
Well, we do. We have a few of those spaces that can meet those, and they can be meeting sizes of 15 to 20, or it could be something of 50, or we had the South Coast Cyber Conference that had a little bit more, and we have the venue to fit those. We're never going to attract the large convention spaces, right? That's just not who we are as a destination. But we do know where we can fit and what our sweet spot is, and so we've been for the last year and a half we've been actively pursuing stabilizing the market a little bit.
And, kind of in our final minute or so, are you all constantly thinking of the balance between where we are today and this beautiful quaintness of this community and of this area, not that just the city of Beaufort, and how we want to grow our visitor traffic here?
Sure. We are conscious of that and that balance. And so, in the recovery phase during the pandemic, it was, target these people and these demographics. Now it's finding people who want to experience what we have to offer and meeting them with a great opportunity to come discover for the first time, or, we find a lot of our visitors are repeat visitors. And so we constantly focus on them and meeting them. That's where stabilization and that balance can come from without always trying to achieve higher numbers.
Very good. And Robb has been the president and CEO of the Convention and Visitors Bureau now for almost 10 years. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Been here for a while.
And thanks, Robb. We'll be right back with North of the Broad. Don't go away.